DreAllDay.com.
This is a topic that I want to talk about. Y'all saw the title, right? Y'all saw the title. Now, before I even get into this, I want to make sure that y'all all understand. I want to make sure everybody understands what's going on. Y'all who's coming in: Pretty J, Chris, Y, Dynasty, 4 Basketball, Sports Account 1, Vivid 3JC. Let me know where y'all from. I see the names. I'm seeing a lot of the names consistently coming into the streams. Let me know where y'all at, man. Let me know where y'all not calling in, but viewing in from. All right, Shermanator from England, Dynasty from New Jersey, Sports Account from Erie, Base Danny from Toronto, Nick from Cali, James from the North Pole, huh? Trey Times, Base Danny, Vivid from Pittsburgh, Javier from Texas, Kyle from Texas, Jaden from North Carolina. All right, I appreciate it. I appreciate the diversity. We got people coming from all over. Listen, all y'all going to be able to relate to what we about to talk about right now. I want to make sure that y'all understand when y'all see the title of this video. Y'all watch the NFL a little bit. Zangillo from Southwest Philly. Okay, I'm from Mount Airy. All right, listen. When y'all see the titles of these videos, see how I put the WOYG hashtag. Now, when I put the WOYFG hashtag, in the title, that means I'm going to be using some profane language in the video. Now, I might use profane language in every video. Smiley Z, what's going on? From Chicago. I might use profane language in every video here and there, but sometimes when I make a video, if I put WOYFG, I might use a liberal amount of profanity in the video. So Smiley Z, I'm doing fantastic. That's why I'm here on Periscope, sharing the word with everybody out here. This is Work on Your Game University, but this is WOYFG University. So this is the little small school they got in the back. This ain't for everybody. All right, so if y'all in here right now, listen, WOYFG videos mean I'm going to use a little bit of profanity, but I want to make sure that y'all don't confuse the way that I'm delivering the message, and don't confuse the way that the messenger is delivering what he's saying and lose the message. All right, so understand, I still want to make sure y'all understand the message that I'm giving y'all, even though I'm putting it out this way. And I need to put it out a certain way because people understand it a certain way when you deliver it a certain way. A certain way you got to deliver food to people. It's just kind of like if you 25 and you want to eat dinner, there's certain foods you can eat, but your baby who's 2 months old, they got to get it delivered to them a different way so that they're able to consume it, whereas you can consume it in a whole different form, but it's exactly the same thing, which is eating food. Hopefully y'all understand that analogy. So anyway, we talk about this video that people only gonna talk shit when you winning, when you beating them, when you're doing better than what they doing. So understand this. What I was just doing, I'm spilling water on myself. What I was just doing, I just went back and I was responding to a bunch of comments on YouTube. I probably had like 200 comments over the last 3 days. It's been a couple days since I responded to all the comments. Humble Q, what's going on? It's been a couple days since I responded to all the comments. So I saw a whole lot of positive comments out of 200 so comments. What's up, 4 Basketball 6? Out of 200 or so comments, I had like 195 positive comments. People saying, yo, Dre, thanks for the video. Somebody asking me some question that I can answer. People saying, yo, that's real talk, what you just said. Oh, Dre, I appreciate you doing these commentary videos or giving their opinion because I put out my NBA top 5s at the point guard position today. And people just saying positive things, contributing to the discussion, contributing upstanding members of the YouTube society. What's going on, Baby 58? And here's the thing. Out of those 195 positive comments, there was like 5 comments of people just running their mouth, people talking shit, people saying something negative. I don't even know what they said because I don't even read them because I could just scan a comment real quick. I could look at a whole paragraph and take a snapshot of it, and I got an idea what the person is saying without even reading it word for word, whether it's positive or it's negative. So when I see something negative, I just get rid of that person, delete the comment, or block that person. Most of the time I just block them. But anyway, the reason I said that is because of something else that I also read today. Oh yeah, please keep hitting those hearts. I see y'all already doing it. I appreciate y'all with the hearts. We up to over 110,000 hearts right now. We are going for, let's see if we could get the 150,000 by the end of this Periscope. I think that's definitely possible. We get to 150,000 hearts by the end of this Periscope. All of y'all, let's keep going. Solutions Turk, what's going on? Let's get to 150,000 by the end of tonight. This Periscope, and even if you don't do it while this is on, if you're watching the replay, keep hitting the hearts because we need more hearts. We're trying to get to 150,000. And once we get to 150,000, we're going to blast through the finish line. So we're going to keep going. So here's the thing. Look, after I went through those comments, I got like 5 negative comments out of 200 comments. Have y'all ever, and I'm going to tell you one more thing I saw today. I was on Twitter and I was reading this. I'm scrolling through my timeline. I saw this link that said Jay-Z doesn't rap anymore and that might be a good thing. And then it was an article, a link to an article where it listed like 14 times in Jay-Z's career in the last 20 years where he was on a song with another rapper and that rapper did better than him. Like the rapper had a better verse than Jay-Z had in the song. So here's the thing. That's what made me think of it. I thought of it for a minute when I saw that, because that happened before I did the YouTube comments. And then I saw the YouTube comments and this happened. So I want to ask all y'all a question. Have you ever been in a situation where you did something? You did some activity. Maybe you played in a game. Maybe you wrote a book. Maybe you did a speech in front of the class. Maybe you did a class project and everybody got to see it. Or you did something where you were on display and a whole lot of people got to see you. And you had like 98% of the comments that people left you were positive, but 2% of the comments were negative. But the only thing you could remember and focus on was the negativity from that 2% negative comments. Do any of y'all know what I'm talking about? You ever been in that situation before and know what I mean? Where the only thing you can remember is that negative comment that people came with? Exactly. All y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So here's the thing. When I saw the Jay-Z thing, I'm thinking, now I don't care if you're a Jay-Z fan or not, you think Jay-Z's good or not. That's not the point. Y'all understand Jay-Z's a pretty good rapper that had been around for 20 years. The guy is a successful individual, whether you think he's good at rapping or not, or who you want to compare him to. None of that doesn't even matter. The dude's been rapping for 20 years. They wrote the post saying he got outshined this time and this time on these songs. 14 songs in 20 years. Listen, if you have, let's just compare a bad song to like a bad basketball game. If you have a 20-year basketball career and you have 14 bad songs, let's just say that they were absolutely right in what they said. You have 14 bad games in 20 years playing basketball. I think you're a pretty damn good player, because you had to be good to stick around for every year, keep coming back 20 years straight. You had 14 bad games. I think you must be a damn good player. The point of the article wasn't even that they were saying Jay-Z was bad. It was kind of like, what do they call it, clickbait? You know, if somebody just writes something and the title was like real incendiary, they say something that's real crazy in the title because they know it's going to make you click on it, so you read whatever bullshit they writing. That's what the post was really about. It wasn't really about Jay-Z being a bad rapper or them hating on Jay-Z or anything like that. But you know what I'm saying. The point of this post is this. Whenever you are making something happen, whenever you're being successful, whenever you're getting things done, it's going to be a whole lot of people. Actually, before I even get to that sentence, let me preface it by saying this. Before I even get to that sentence, and make sure y'all swipe to the right, share this on your Twitter feed, share this on your Facebook, let your dog know, your mailman know, the guy who picks up your trash know what we doing. I'm going to say some things that you probably already know in this video. You know, sometimes people come to me and they ask me for advice, or they ask me what they should do or what steps they should take, and I tell them what they should do, and they reply to me like, yo, I already know that. What else can you tell me? I'm like, yo, I know that you already know it, but sometimes you need to be reminded about what you already know so that you remember to actually go fucking do it instead of just knowing it. Because a lot of people know a lot of stuff, but not a lot of people actually do things. A lot of people know, a lot of people read, a lot of people watch, a lot of people saw it, a lot of people been to this place before, a lot of people know exactly what's going to happen, but a lot of people ain't doing shit. So it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to be doing it. So I often tell people stuff. I make videos talking about stuff that you probably already know. Like the title of this video, you clicked on this, is not new to you, right? You know that when you're doing better than other people, there's going to be some bum-ass people talking shit about you. All y'all know that, right? That's not news to anybody. If that news to anybody that's watching this Periscope, that's not news to any of you, right? All of you already know that, but you clicked on it anyway because you know that I'm going to deliver this. I'm going to deliver this information to you in a way that I might use a certain analogy, or I might use certain examples, or I might word it in a certain way that you might be able to understand it differently, and it may be able to help you, because y'all understand that the exact same piece of information delivered in a completely different way can mean a whole different thing to you. It's just like if you go to school and you got a boring ass teacher who talks in a monotone and makes you fall asleep, they may have great information that you really need to know, but you can't even get the information because you can't even relate to how they talk, and you can't relate to the style of communication. Whereas you might get on Periscope and this dude Dre Baldwin comes and says the exact same information, but I'm saying it in a completely different way. I use different analogies and different language that you can relate to how I'm saying it, and you get the information now that you couldn't get in school. So you can get the exact same information from different places, but when somebody is wording it and expressing it in a certain way with a certain energy, you'll be able to pick up that information that you otherwise might have missed just because that person can't communicate with you in a certain way. So certain people can communicate with certain other people in certain ways. Whereas there might be a 65-year-old, motivational speaker going around speaking to nursing homes every day. You probably couldn't listen to that dude because you're not going to listen to nothing that he got to say. You can't even relate to that guy. But then you see me, you see a guy with You see a guy with tattoos, he plays basketball, he curses, he wears his hat backwards, and he does Periscope videos, and he's talking to young people. You might listen to everything that I got to say. I might be saying the exact same thing that dude is saying, but you would never listen to that dude, but you'll listen to me because you see that you can relate and you can get the information. So understand that a lot of times I might say something that you already know, but I'm saying it because a lot of people need to hear it, and you might need to hear it a different way in order for you to understand it and thus subsequently apply it. So all y'all understand that? Yeah, hat backwards. Y'all remember when wearing a hat backwards meant that you was like some kind of thug or gangster or drug dealer? But anyway, that was the 90s. Maybe y'all don't remember that. But anyway, here's the thing. All right, Shermanator, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Listen, whenever you being successful, of course you already know, when you're being successful, there's going to be people who you are more successful than, who's going to talk shit about you or talk shit to you or have some negative energy towards you that you might feel, that you might hear, that you might see. And all of y'all already know that. And here's the thing. It's not because they have a problem with you. It's not because they're mad that you're actually doing better than them. When somebody's talking shit about you because you're outperforming them or whatever reason they talking shit about you, it's not because you're outperforming. It's not because they're mad that you're outperforming them. It's because when you outperform another individual and they say something negative to you or they have negative energy towards you, it's not even because they behind you, Shifty Drew. No, that's not actually the reason. I know that's normally the reason that people say, that's the reason that we're taught, but that's not actually it. The reason is, because any of y'all ever heard the phrase that when you say something negative about another person, you're saying more about yourself than you're actually saying about the person that you're talking to? Vivid said, I basically saved his basketball career. Well, I appreciate that, Vivid. Well, have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard somebody tell you that or read it in a book or heard that? When you say something negative, if you haven't, you're hearing it for the first time now. Listen, check this out. When you say something negative about another person, you are saying more about yourself than you are about the person that you're talking about, than you are about your subject. So if I say Jay-Z is a terrible rapper because he got outshined 14 times over 20 years on his own songs or on somebody else's song, and these are the reasons why. If I say that, I'm not really telling you nothing new about Jay-Z, all right? I'm telling you more about me than I'm telling you about Jay-Z when I say that, because I'm the one doing all the talking. So when you throw out anything negative about another person, and let's say it's three people, so it's you, it's person B and person C, and person C is not there, but you're talking negative about person C to person B. Person B is learning a whole lot more about you than they're learning about person C while you throwing all that negativity out there. So when somebody throws something negative out there about you, they're not really talking about you, they're talking about themselves. And I want to tell you why they're talking about themselves, because this is the thing that a lot of people misconstrue. When somebody says something negative about you, it's not because they're mad at you being successful. It's because your success represents their lack of success. It's not really about you. See, understand this. It's not about you personally. Scott said he was told there would be no math. I don't know what you're talking about with math. I ain't saying nothing about math. But anyway, here's the thing. As I was saying, when you're successful and other people who are less successful than you have negative energy towards you because of it, is because your success represents their lack of success. So let's look at this analogy right here. Think of it like this. So let's say you got a guy who is not successful. Let's say he does the same thing that you do. You're doing good at it, and he's not doing good at it, right? You have progress. He doesn't have progress. Follow what I'm saying here. Make sure y'all catch this, right? No, not because you have more success than them, Shifty Drew. No, it's not because you have more success than them. When somebody talks negatively about you, it is not about you. It's about them. So understand what I'm saying. Follow this analogy here, all right? Follow my logic. So let's say it's you and another person. You doing your thing, and you're doing it better than them. They doing the same thing, but you're doing it better than them. You got a higher level of success than them. All right, so this person is hanging with his friends. They don't know you, but they see you come along. You're doing the same thing he's doing, but you're doing it at a way higher level than him. So you up here, he's down here, right? And he sees you doing your thing. He's going to talk negatively about you because seeing you makes him feel like, damn, I could be up there, but now he has a choice. He got a choice when he sees you up here. He could either A, do the work and get up to your level, or B, he could talk negatively about you and through his words try to pull you down so that you on his same level. And when you get down here, he'll feel fine because now he's equal with you because you don't represent the fact that he hasn't done anything. You don't represent this gap. See, this gap here makes people uncomfortable. This is what you got to understand about life. And this is anything in life. And this could be applying to you or anybody else out there. When you're right here, let's say this is you right here, and you see somebody down here, you might feel real good about yourself because you're doing better than them. But when you see somebody up here, when you're here and somebody else is up here, this gap right here represents uncomfortableness. So that's discomfort, whatever word we want to use. you're uncomfortable when you notice this gap. When you actually look at it and you realize this person's doing the same thing that I'm doing, but they up here and I'm down here, you get uncomfortable. This makes people uncomfortable, this gap right here. And people have a choice as to what they want to do when they see this gap. When people see this gap, we all have 3 choices of what we do with this gap. Here's choice number 1. Choice number 1 with this gap is the gap that the fewest people take. All right, listen to this. This is the choice that when there's a gap, this is you down here, remember, and this is somebody else who's doing the same thing, they're doing it better than you. Here's what people can choose to do with the gap. Number 1 is the choice that's least often taken. This is the road less traveled here. This person says, you know what? This person's doing way better than me. They're doing the same thing I'm doing. They're no different than me. All I'm going to do is work harder, step my game up, work on my fucking game, and I'm going to get myself up to that level. Most people will not take that option. Now, I know most of you who are watching this will take that option because I know y'all watch the videos that I put out. Y'all listen to what I say. Y'all read what I write. And you go out there and you actually apply the stuff I'm talking about. Because it's one thing to sit there and listen to somebody talk all day. It's another thing to actually apply what you're learning and actually make something out of it. So I understand that most of y'all are going to do that. All right, Shermanator, catch the replay, dude. So look, if you are this person, you choose option 1. You down here. Option 1 means you're going to close the gap and actually do something. But listen, most people don't do that. So let me tell y'all what most people do, which is options number 2 and number 3. All right, now option number 2 and number 3, neither one of them is good. All right, option number 2 is this. This is you. Here's somebody else doing the same thing at a higher level than you. This is what option number 2 is. People, to make them feel better about this gap right here, they do this thing called rationalization. You know what rationalization means? Rationalizing means you take something that you know is not where you want it to be. You got a situation that you know is not ideal, i.e. this gap right here, and you come up with a story in your mind that makes you believe that it's okay. That's what rationalization means. So rationalization means here's what rationalization means. Rationalization means you want to try out for the basketball team in high school, and you go to tryouts, and you don't make the basketball team. So you went the whole excuses, basically, like Shifty Drew said. Yes, it is an excuse, but I like to use the word rationalization because it's a mental skill, and rationalizing is an actual skill. And y'all got to understand, rationalizing is a skill. Only human beings have the ability to rationalize and reason things. Animals can't do it. Like dogs and cows and chickens, they can't reason. They can't rationalize. Only human beings can do this because we have these huge, complex brains up here. We know how to do this. No other animal can do this. That's why we're at the top of the food chain, because we can think steps ahead. So people rationalize like this. So you want to try out for the basketball team, you don't make it. So after you put all your effort into trying out for the basketball team and not making it, you start to say, well, I ain't want to be on the team anyway. I ain't feel like staying at the school every day. I'd rather go home and chill with my friends. Or I ain't want to make the basketball team anyway. Ain't nobody who play on the team going to get a scholarship to college anyway. It don't matter. I ain't need that. Or I ain't want to play on the basketball team anyway. I don't like the coach. He was hating on me anyway, so it don't even matter. I knew he wasn't going to give me a fair shot anyway. That's rationalization. It's basically when we take something that we want or that we know we want deep down inside, or something that we actually express that we want, and we don't get it, and we come up with all these reasons why it's okay to not get it. That's what most people do. They rationalize the things that they want that they didn't get. Now, it's okay. Listen, if you try for something and you don't get it, it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It doesn't make you a failure. It happens to people. If this is where you want to get and you down here and you aim for this, you might come up short, but you might still end up right here, which is way above where most people end up, because most people don't even try. Most people stay down here their whole lives and they live the exact same way their whole life, and they never even try to go a step forward. So if you aim for this and come up short and you land right here, you're still ahead of 95% of people. So understand that if you come up short of your goal, it doesn't make you wrong, doesn't make you bad, doesn't mean you fail or anything like that. Raider Nation Raw, I appreciate that. So look, here's the third option. That's what the topic of this video is. When you're up here, somebody else sees you and they down here, or let's just say this is you. Let's keep the analogy where it's supposed to be. So this is you down here. This is somebody else doing way better than you up here. And I know this is not most of y'all, but we just talking about the average person, all right? Understand, it's not y'all, it's the average person. Swipe to the right, share this on your feeds, y'all. Please keep hitting those hearts. We need some colors. I need some orange, some yellow, some green in there. Where they at? I see the purple, the pink. There we go. I appreciate that, y'all. Look, when you see somebody else who's way up here, way higher than you, this is the third thing people do. Because see, either you can A, climb up there and get on their level, B, rationalize and act like the gap doesn't exist, or C, you can reach out and pull that person down to your level so you feel better. And that's what happens when people are talking shit about you. It's not about you. It's not because they hate you personally. It's not because they mad at what kind of sneaks you got on. It's not because they hating that you had 30 points in the game or because you made 10 sales while they only made 2. It's because their lack of achievement is reflected in your achievement. See, when you achieve way higher than somebody else in the exact same thing, this is what happens. They see that and they like, damn, when they see you, you represent everything that they didn't do. You represent everything that they didn't do is represented by your existence. See, if you disappeared and it was just them right here with all their peers who were on the same level, they would feel fine. They wouldn't have nobody to talk shit about, no reason to feel negative about anybody. Why? Because there's nobody representing their lack of achievement. Even though there's all this space that they can still cover, they don't notice it. See, most people don't know. Humans are, they call it, Tony Robbins called deletion creatures. There are a million things you could be paying attention to right now, wherever you at. There's a million things you could be paying attention to, but you focusing on my picture and my voice on this phone or on this internet, whatever you watching me on. You could be paying attention to the feeling in your left knee, or you could be paying attention to the sound of the air conditioner, or you could be paying attention to the cars driving by wherever you at, or the birds flying by outside, or the person walking by 10 feet in front of you. You could be paying attention to everything, but you only deciding to pay attention to one thing. Humans got to delete a whole bunch of things that's in our environment and focus on one thing so we can get stuff done. So when you at this level of achievement, you haven't achieved that much, but there's nobody up here representing what you haven't done. You're not paying no attention to this level, and you feel fine because you don't see anything that represents what you haven't achieved. And when somebody's up here, though, and also to add to that, when you with your peers who are also at this same level, you feel normal because, look, everybody around you at this level, is nothing wrong with this level. It seems normal. Normal is basically what everybody in your environment is doing. So understand that normal is a relative term. So what's normal to a guy? So if you got a group of guys who all work in the same industry and they all make $30,000 a year, making $30,000 a year is normal. But if you get Donald Trump and Bill Gates and Warren Buffett in the room, $30,000 a year is not normal. If they were making $30,000 a year, they'd be going crazy. Like, yo, what's going wrong? I got to do something different. They got to make $1 million. They got to make $1 billion. So normal is relative based on the environment and the people that you keep around you. Your circle can change what normal means. So normal is down here when you're around a whole bunch of people who are at this level. But when you see somebody who's all the way up here at this level, all of a sudden, you got to close that gap. And to close that gap, you can either A, do the work. This takes the longest time. It takes the most effort. And it also incurs the highest risk of failure. And that's the 3 reasons why most people don't do it. They don't want to invest the time. They don't want to invest the effort. And they're definitely afraid of coming up short and failing. And that's why most people never reach up to this level. Or B, you can rationalize and act like the gap doesn't exist. So you come up with all these excuses for why it's not actually what you wanted when you know it actually is. Or C, you can pull this person down here so that now you can't even see nobody up here. So now you at, oh, cool, I'm at the same level. Vivid, I appreciate those hearts, y'all. Keep coming with the hearts. I want you to get carpal tunnel syndrome. Get carpal tunnel syndrome, then you send the bill to Periscope. Don't send it to me. Send it to Periscope for getting you carpal tunnel syndrome, for having this type of method where you got to hit the hearts. But we want to keep the hearts going. We want to get cardiac arrest because the heart is beating too much, too fast at the exact same time. What's going on? LaRock, TJ from Atlanta. Keep beating those hearts. And now we're gonna get on with the rest of this point. When people is talking shit about you, it's not because they hate you. It's not because there's anything wrong with you personally. It's because you represent what they haven't done. Y'all understand that? Robert Greene talks about this in the 48 Laws of Power. 48 Laws of Power, he talks about this in chapter 15. It's called Crush Your Enemy Totally. The trophy that you get when you win a competition and you get a trophy, the trophy does not represent your success. It represents everybody else's defeat. And that's something that he talked about. It's something Michael Jordan talks about all the time too. He said, when I wanted to win the championship, it wasn't because I wanted to win so much. It's because I didn't want nobody else to win. Right, that was my motivation for winning the championship. It wasn't so much that I needed to have victory. It's why I wanted to see everybody else losing. All right, that's what it's all about. And Michael Jordan talks about that all the time. And that's not exactly the point, but y'all understand the reason I'm sharing that, so y'all understand that when people are hating on you or people are talking shit or you got some bum-ass person on the sideline being negative towards you for whatever reason, they don't even know you, never met you, never had a conversation with you, have no reason to feel negative about you, it's only because your success represents their failure. That's all that is. So the question from the baller is, what if they are better than me but still talk shit about me? That's because they see you as a threat. For whatever reason, they see you as a threat. When I was young coming up playing ball, I wasn't good. When I was around 16, it was dudes my same age who was way better than me, and they would talk shit to me even though they was up here and I was down here. It's because I represented a threat. I was a person that they saw like, uh-oh, this dude might be coming up. He might be coming from my position. I got to make sure I keep him down. So sometimes you get insecure people who are at this level. They'll talk shit to people at this level because they want to keep you down there because they don't want you to come up there and meet them at that level. Because if you meet them at this level, now all of a sudden, if you was able to go from here to here, shit, you might be able to go this high. Because sometimes people start here and they get here. You might have to start all the way down here while they started here. They get this high and you got to go all the way up here. By the time you get here, you develop so much muscle and strength and emotional power, you could go even higher. So they realize that. They like, damn, if this person could go all the way from the bottom, I started on second base and got to home. He started on 0 and not even in the stadium and got to where I'm at. Damn, he might be able to actually pass me. It took him way more strength to get here than it took me. So sometimes people will talk down on you just because they see you as a threat. They think you might come up and take their spot, or for whatever reason, they're insecure about the spot that they have, usually because they haven't earned it. All right, the baller, no problem, the baller. Who else got a question? We're going to end this scope soon once we get through with the questions. Please keep hitting those hearts, y'all. We're trying to get to 150,000 by the end of the day, October 12th, 2015. This is WOYFG University, Work on Your Game University, Professor Emeritus Dre Baldwin, also known as DreAllDay, holding court here. Amen, Raider Nation Raw. Appreciate that. Whoever's that with the turquoise, the blue hearts, I think that's Raider Nation Raw. Thank you. Orange, the pink, the green. I saw somebody coming with a green heart right there. Please keep coming with those hearts. The purple hearts also, definitely. Solutions Church says, up in Finley, I talked trash whether you were better or not. It was a mind game. Okay, so some people talk trash. This is a mind game. Listen, in the game of sports is different. So I understand what Solutions Church is saying. If you're talking about playing a sport, it's different when you're talking trash in the middle of a game. That just might be part of the game. Trash talk is just part of the game when you're playing a sport. I'm talking about in life, if somebody's talking negatively about you or talking shit about you like on a daily basis, every time they see you, or they just trying to pull you down by talking shit to you or talk down on you and keep you down by talking shit to you, it's only because your success represents their failure. It's not about you. It's not about you personally. And Nisai asked me about confidence versus cockiness. I made a video about that last week. Go to YouTube, youtube.com/DreUPT. I just put that video out last week, confidence versus cockiness. I was talking on here for about between 40 minutes and an hour about that exact topic. So go look that up. All right, so we about to cut this. We about to end this Periscope right here. I got some writing I got to do tonight. Listen, I want all y'all to make sure you share this on your feeds. Even after it's over, go share it. Let everybody know on Twitter. Let the guy know who's cutting your grass. Let the person know who is walking their dog right now. Let the person know who does your dry cleaning. Let the guy, the attendant at the laundromat who gives you quarters for the machine. Let everybody know what's going on. Next time you go in a Sprint store or the Verizon store to get your phone fixed, let them know. Get on Periscope and follow DreAllDay because now it's being dropped every single day. Listen, any of you in high school right now, you thinking about what college to go to, I got some advice for you. You ain't got to go to college. You ain't got to go to college. Save your $60,000. Save your $100,000. All you got to do is follow Dre Baldwin. Follow me on my website, DreAllDay.com. Follow me on YouTube, DreUPT. Follow me on Twitter, DreAllDay. Follow me here on Periscope. You're going to get all the education you need. It's going to take you less than 4 years. It ain't going to cost you no $60,000. You're going to have no student loans. Your family ain't going to have to go into debt. Now, you ain't going to get the parties. Now, if you want to party, then you might have to go to college because that's the only place you're going to get the parties. I ain't going to be able to get you into no parties. If you want to party and meet girls and socialize, then you go to college for that. It's going to cost you $60,000, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be worth it for you. But if all you're looking for is knowledge, you ain't got to go to school. Listen, you ain't got to go to summer school. You ain't got to go to night school. You ain't got to go to community college. You ain't got to get your associate's degree. You ain't even got to get your bachelor's. Now, maybe if you want to get your master's because it looks good on your resume, you might need to do that. But listen, if you're trying to build a business doing what you want to do instead of what you have to do, listen, get all the information from me here at DreAllDay.com. We're going to take care of you. Work on your fucking game. We out of here. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here. And make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day. Work on your game.